Hello everybody and welcome to this introductory video of the Lightning tool. In this video, I will give you an overview of the main features Lightning is currently providing. To do so, I will define with you a small language similar to what is known as structured business processes. In order to create a language, we first need to create a project. This is done by right-clicking the Project Explorer once the Lightning perspective is turned on, and by selecting the Lightning project entry. We can then create our SBP language inside the project. The new language wizard proposes you to create an alloy model in the abstract syntax folder by default, as languages can't exist without an abstract syntax. A language entry is composed in Lightning of 4 folders. The abstract syntax folder regroups the models that define the set of valid language models. The concrete syntax folder contains initially the Lightning VLM. It is a model that specifies a visual language recognizable by the tool. This concrete syntax folder can contain as well model transformation from the abstract syntax to this Lightning VLM. We will see the use of those later on. The instance folder is the place where the language models are saved. The semantics folder contains, of course, semantics-related models. Any alloy model can be visualized graphically by simply right-clicking the desired model and by choosing the View MetaModel option. Note that as all the views are rendered using Geth, user can freely drag and drop any elements of the visualization. The Lightning tool allows the import of Ecor models as regular alloy model, thus allowing the reusability of already existing models inside the tool. It also lets the user who are not so comfortable with alloy to use Ecor instead. You can notice here that the tool performs correctly the translation of our SBP Ecor model into a brand new alloy model. Now that you have defined an abstract syntax for our SBP language, we can verify its correctness via instance generation. This verification's efficiency relies on the small scope hypothesis that states that most of the design errors can be encountered in small instances. We notice here that without a concrete syntax defined, language model can hardly be verified. The definition of a concrete syntax for our SBP language is made through the definition of a transformation from the abstract syntax model to the visual language model provided by Lightning. This transformation is nothing else than a function that can be represented in our tool by a functional alloy modules. Functional alloy modules are written using a subset of the alloy language. They are written in such a way that constraints and relations can be interpreted as imperative assignments, thus allowing to compute the transformation in a linear time. In this example, we feature a functional alloy module graphical editor that allows to edit the mappings from the abstract syntax to the visual language using simple combo boxes. Now that our concrete syntax is defined, we can use it to visualize instances. To apply the concrete syntax to the instance currently viewed, we first select the transformation we previously defined in the first combo box. We then ask the tool to interpret the visual elements present in the instance resulting from the transformation using the second combo box. Here, the concrete syntax allows us to quickly spot 2 design errors in our abstract syntax. The first one is that an XOR split is closed by an end join, and the second one is that 2 splits share the same join point. In order to complete our structured business process definition, we need to provide semantics to the language. Lightning allows for the moment to define operational semantics only. The semantics definition in Lightning consists of a semantics model and of a semantics to visual language transformation. The semantics model is an alloy model that imports the abstract syntax and extends it with semantics concepts such as state and traces. We define in the semantics model a step predicate that defines for a given state what are the next valid ones. The semantics to visual language transformation is similar to the abstract syntax to visual language one. The only difference is the presence of additional mappings that take into consideration the semantic state that is currently visualized. As an example here, we define in the mapActiveNode predicate that the active nodes should be labeled as active. Now that the semantics definition of our language is complete, let us visualize the semantics of a given instance. The semantics mode is activated by simply pressing the semantics mode button. This mode is available if the semantics definition is complete and free of syntax error. Of course, we will need to select the previously defined semantics to visual language transformation in order to visualize the semantics adequately. In order to edit a given instance, we should first save it by pressing the Save button present in the instance viewer. A .instance file will be created in the instance folder. This file can then be opened with the instance editor. This latter consists of a tree editor with really limited functionalities. Mainly, you can add and remove elements of an Alloy instance. To make the instance editing more user-friendly, Lightning complements the editor with a view that is updated automatically at every changes. Of course, you can apply the concrete syntax you have previously defined to the instance you are editing. Any instances viewed can be exported to the XML format under the condition that an eCore model corresponding to the abstract syntax used to obtain such an instance is available. In our example, we used an eCore model to define the abstract syntax, so we can export instances in the XML format without any problems. Thank you for your attention. You can find our contact in the description below.